New Year's Eve. I have the Munsters on in the background. Riley's kind of watching it with her breakfast. Gotta go get my heated coffee. And yep. So I tend to try to play video games to like help me relax and settle down for the evening, but I did start playing the RetroRealms double feature game and playing the Halloween one. It is the closest thing to an old Nintendo game that you could get because the difficulty is so ridiculously hard. Yeah, basically anything you do, like all the odds are stacked against you. It's almost just like real life. Real life isn't that easy. But yeah, started playing this and then got really frustrated. So I had to go play a different game, but hopefully I'll come back to it, come back stronger next time. New Year's Eve is like not that big of a deal to us, and especially, Kelly and I have never really made that big of a deal. New Year's Eve, at most we've gone to like Kelly's sisters just to hang out and such, but try to avoid that chaos usually, and yeah, so we're not really doing anything. New Year's Eve just never really has been made a big deal to me. It's like, I feel like once you hit a certain age, like, when you're not like a teenager, it's like once you hit like, you're a young adult, it's kind of like, oh yeah, New Year's Eve is kind of like lame, and people have these weird expectations of New Year's Eve. It's like, unless you're going to Times Square and making out at midnight, it's really not that big of a deal. It did luckily come with some cool trading cards that I haven't opened yet, but yeah, it came with some random trading cards, which is kind of cool. So I'll have to open this. But Christmas Chaos is over now, and we put up our Christmas stuff like the beginning of November. It was like the first weekend in November. We basically had everything up, and so we basically started taking everything down. So all the Christmas stuff we had up on our like kitchen wall here, it's now back to normal basically. There's a couple Christmas stuff that we still haven't taken down yet. Like this little tree here that's fairly new that Kelly got. Yeah, that we have not taken down yet. I did finish this book, Letters from Father Christmas, which I showed you in a previous vlog. I pretty much finished it last night, so a couple days after Christmas, but I did finish it, and it is a really cute thing. J.R.R. Tolkien did this for his kids and wrote, from the perspective of Father Christmas, has kind of built his own lore around it, but it is kind of inconclusive. It basically is just like one last letter to like his youngest daughter basically, and just said like, hope you have a nice Christmas, and yeah, here's some money, maybe you can use it towards a book, and that's about it. But it is a neat concept. I think it's really cool, and I wish I had thought of something like this. All right, let's see what we got here. Got Michael, we got Shadow Myers, which that's interesting. We got Laurie Strode. You can play Laurie Strode in that RetroRealms game, which is kind of cool. You got Dr. Loomis. You got Phelps Jr., which I just faced him in a boss battle and beat him. And then Mr. F, he was like the first boss battle in this game. And he was super freaking hard, but once you got the rhythm down of what he did, then he became a lot easier to beat. Hopefully there's more bosses like that in this game. And this is the Overlord that basically talks to Michael Myers and be like, cause chaos among the land. He doesn't really say that, but he says something like it. And then Judas Spirit. I have yet to encounter Judas Spirit in this game, so everyone else I've come across, actually except Laurie Strode and Dr. Loomis, I haven't come across. But yeah, throughout the game, like Michael can have like different, you can unlock different powers and like kind of level up and stuff, which is cool. But this game's really freaking hard. So for those of you who don't know, Kelly's dad is a contractor, and currently he's working on a little project in our house. Our bathroom has needed some major work for some years, ever since we moved in here. And pretty much, yeah, like our bathroom's being torn apart right now, and it is a work in progress, but we did get a brand new shower. It's pretty nice. Some things obviously need tiled and patched up, but yeah, we got a new shower here, and it's pretty freaking sweet, man. I mean, compared to like the rest of this bathroom, it's just like, I mean, obviously this is all gonna be, dolled up later, but yeah, like this whole sink here, this whole thing, basically like the height, I wish you could see what it's like for me because I'm 6'6" basically. This is a sink that is much higher for me now. And this is just a temporary sink until we have a new countertop put in that goes all the way across. But this is so much higher than it was before because this house was built in 1961. So if you look at older places, like ceilings were a lot lower and certain things were like made a lot smaller than they are now. And yeah, with this, it was like, if this is here, like the previous sink, I think was like down to here, no joke. Like I literally could get on my knees and wash my hands. Like that's how low to the ground it was. And when you're 6'6", like, you know, you just need things that are taller for you, you know, and you know, I got back issues and such, so. But yeah, and we got our little skeleton sitting on the toilet there. But yeah, so that's kind of how it looks like. I'll show some footage of like how it was previously. It looked a lot worse than it does right now, but I mean, it's coming along nicely, I will say that. There was one point where it was like we couldn't shower here for like 2 days, so we had this shower at Kelly's parents' house. And yeah, we basically didn't even have a bathroom sink. So I mean, if this temporary sink wasn't put in, then yeah, we'd still be just like going to the bathroom and then going out to the kitchen and washing our hands. Oh, and we did get a new toilet as well. Hello toilet, hello dirty bathroom around it. Over the weekend, Kelly and I actually went out what felt like for the first time in forever, actually went out on like a date and went and got some Mexican food that was delicious. And we got to go see Nosferatu, the new Robert Eggers movie, and yeah, what a treat. That was like a really good one. I mean, I didn't put it on my like year-end list video that I made because obviously it didn't come out yet, but I mean, if I have to add something to the best of, that's definitely it, honestly. I mean, right now, at the time I'm doing this, hi Riley, at the time I'm doing this, I might say it's like up there with The Substance. Like, I love The Substance. It was one of my favorites of this year, and Nosferatu was one of my favorites of this year. And then we came home later in the day. After Riley went to bed, we watched Heretic. Heretic was also pretty good. Franco, what the heck, dude?